The matrix is very, very sticky and very, very tricky. And that's why it is so hard first to get out of it and then to stay out of it. I wish I could say, just snap out of it one time and everything is fine. But I think we all know from our own experience that that is not the truth. Even when you have these amazing, big, blissful openings, the matrix is still here, and it has its way with us. It knows exactly how to pull the strings and pull us back in, because we are so identified with it that we don't question it, we don't doubt it, we just go with it, that without even a question mark. So yesterday I read a little paragraph from one of Joel's books that I want to read to you. It just really, he says it in such a beautiful way. This is from the 50s. This is not new. This has been around for a long time. And he used his words for it. He was very biblical in a way. He was, he was a Christian mystic and a healer by knowing the truth, by not falling for the matrix. But he also had to stay present with that. And I think I have shared before that he would spend hours and hours and hours a day in meditation. So he could simply be that pure open channel. And that could just dissolve the illusion that doesn't really exist. But it still there needs to be somebody, there needs to be some kind of a God realization of it on a consistent basis, because when we're not consistent in it, we fall back into the matrix and we are not that open vessel. Now, I know for me, and I know for many of you, there is a deep longing to be that open vessel and just be a portal for this new energy, new to us, for this higher frequency energy to come through and start dissolving this darn matrix. I think many of us are just so fed up with it. It's like, okay, can we get out of here, please? Can we just move on? But it is sticky and it is tricky. That's why we need vigilance, practice, repetition, meditation, over and over and over. This is why we're here. This is why we came. So let's not give up here the last minute, because it's getting even stickier and even trickier and even more crazy out there, and sometimes harder to access it. Let's not give up. Let's not give up. Keep going. Do not give up. Do not give up. You are not alone in this. We are doing this together, and there's more and more of us that are connecting together, whether it's smaller groups or bigger groups or online groups, telepathically, whatever. But the light workers who came here for this is what we're here for. And now is the time, and it keeps getting stronger and stronger because the energies are really pushing against it, against the light. So we need to just be the light, not go out there pushing, but just being the light and let it bounce up against us. And that is what we need to practice over and over and over. So I want to just read here what Joel says about it. It's Joel Goldsmith, as you know. He's my ground. That's where my spiritual journey started, by reading his book and having one of these huge openings. So this is from the book called Our Spiritual Resources, chapter 7, Living by Meditation. So he says, there comes a time in the lives of all those who reach out to God when the experience of God realization takes place. Where we are, God is, And this has little significance in the life of the average human being, because the activity of God does not come into anyone's experience until God has been consciously realized. It's an actual experience. And at the moment of it taking place, we know that this has happened. Because of the pressure of human life, however, this God experience does not remain a permanent dispensation. It is possible to have the realization of God, thereby experiencing God's grace, and yet a day or two later, find ourselves leading much the same kind of human life as before, with just as much of chance, change, and accident in it. It becomes necessary, therefore, to renew the experience of God realization, not only every day, but very nearly every hour of every day, because there is a tremendous amount of world pressure in the atmosphere, which unconsciously we pick up and to which we respond unknowingly from morning to night and from night to morning. Even those who are far along on the spiritual path will acknowledge that there are times when, for no known reason, fear grips them and doubt and uncertainty overwhelm them. And this is nothing more than the activity of world thought. He calls it world thought. We can call it the matrix, but world thought is not what it is. So it's nothing more than the activity of world thought, which intrudes into the consciousness of every individual. This is to a far lesser degree of those who remain, insofar as possible, in God consciousness. That is those who learn to pray without ceasing. So this was a man who was living the divine life, I would say 24/7, more or less, probably with some glitches. This is what it takes, guys. This is what it takes. It's not just a little flimsy meditation or a group meditation once a month. This, what he calls world thought, right? It's intruding in us 24/7, day and night. That's why it is so hard to get away from it, because it's sticky and it's tricky. It uses little tricks to make us go, oh yeah, oh yeah. And if we're used to feeding these thoughts, then we have built inside of ourselves an energy that just latches on. It's like it has its own life. This is why we do need to practice not touching it, dropping it, letting it go, turning away, not reacting in whatever way we can. And I always want to add, if there are emotional attachment, we need to address those in a different way. Most of us cannot just turn away and leave them, because they're just sticky. They're part of the matrix, and they just do their thing, even though we, with our mind, may turn away from it. We have to address it in the body, in the emotions, in the physical. And then when we bring that in here, then it starts dissolving. But it doesn't go away by just bypassing it. Very, very important. So this is why I keep just wanting to really iterate that we need to make this a very strong #1 priority. And we need to do it together. If you have a group of people that you connect with, please do that. Do it together and practice being that open vessel by following the longing by resting in your own divine presence, which is I am. Even when I say it, immediately I just feel like there's an energy here. And that's how it is for all of us. When we realize who I am or what I am, and then rest there, we automatically become conscious portals just by going there. If we're out here, we're not in the portal where it comes through. Same with the longing. If we're thinking we want something versus really feeling the longing for it, we're right there in the portal and we open up to it. So if I can suggest again, if you do not have other people to get together with and practice this, share this, support each other, inspire each other, please go to my website, divinefeminineflow.com, and sign up for my e-letter, my newsletter. And then you will hear about the things I offer to support this process. This is what I came here for myself, and apparently also to share it, because that's what's happening. So if you join my list, then you will hear more about the once a month meeting, Tuesday mornings, Pacific Daylight Savings Time, where we meet for a good hour, simply to be supported, to be together, and to really go into this experience of who I am and our longing, into the portal, sitting at the portal, learning to trust it, getting familiar with it. It's a process. We have never put our attention there. Maybe we have when we go on retreats, and maybe we have developed a consciousness that it is easy to access it all the time. And that is what is needed. And that is needed for all of us, instead of, like Joel talks about, this intrusion of the world mind, of the matrix. We need to stand guard. This is another thing he used to say. We need to stand guard at the door of our consciousness, so that we decide what we let in. And all this matrix stuff, I don't let it in. I'm so tired of it. Tired of it's like, it's so boring to me now, where in the past, I would get upset about it, or excited about it, or scared about it. Now it's just like a big show. It's a big show and it's boring. It's like, okay, we're done with you. There's a new energy that wants to come in and create a whole new world that is based on love, cooperation, connection, all the things that we all long for, right? Because there's many of us, we're done with the old. So let's acknowledge that. If you are moved to join me on my list, join me on the Tuesday morning gatherings, and then let's see if we can create a lovely community specifically to live from the heart, to live from the divine, to open up to this energy that wants to come through. And when two or more are gathered in my name, you may have heard that one before, there I am. That's where the divine is. So the more of us do together, really access that, the energy builds and we all benefit from it. Don't give up. Keep going. You're on the right track. This is what you came here for. Keep going. Join with others who are on the same path, with others who came for this also. And everybody who came here for this, they know. You just know. It's like, oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, this is what I came. But nobody acknowledged it, so I didn't know what to do with it. But it's like, no, we know, we know in this little group here, we know, and this is what we came here for. And now we can support each other to be stronger in it and to embody it more and not be so wobbly when that matrix intrusion comes in. We go like, no, no more, no more. I'm here for this now. This is what I came here for. So be gone. Get behind me. You know that one, right? So let's do that, guys. And I hope to see you on a Tuesday, the next Tuesday, the first Tuesday in August. And it would be lovely if you would join in this amazing unfolding that we're in the midst of. Okay, have a great day.